All right, hi, welcome everyone. This is bizarre. Okay, I think that I may have a bit of a cryptic message for you all today. Oh, and Dragon Tarot says that it wants to come out. So let's see what I can read for you all today. I just did a poll about this emperor energy, who is considering and planning for his happiness and love. I'm hearing he's planning just like how you are. Okay, let me grab the Dragon Tarot just a second. Okay, I'm hearing he's ready when you are. I'm also hearing ready and not. Here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready and not. Here I come. You can't hide. I think a King of Wands could be looking for you. All right, I'm going to take this message slowly and see what comes through. Yeah. Oh, okay. Recently, someone, all right, so I'm going to preface this by letting you know that this is a karmic message. For the energies and the demonic devil entities or energies which I read on this day, I rebuke that I do not channel them. Which I read on this day, any and all malevolent or baneful workings that they have done have been returned to sender 10,000 fold to the destruction of them, whoever sent them, and anyone who they sent, and whoever cares about that person, whoever sent them. Okay. Ready and not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, you can't hide. I am seeing here whoever this message is for. This next chapter does begin, but it also begins by binding. I think that you need to do a return to sender and bind whatever devil energy that this is. I think that, yeah, the Chariot. I think that you're ready to move on. I think that you're ready to leave. Whoever this devil energy is represented by, they have been sending you like mental trauma work. Like they have been sending you spell work. They've been manipulating your they've been manipulating your crown chakra, like how you think, how you problem solve, how you like your intellect or your intelligence. That's what they have been sending towards you. And I see that you're leaving this situation behind, whatever's in your environment that's causing this Nine of Swords reversed. I see you transitioning um, away from wherever that energy is. And when you transition, I'm going to recommend that right before you leave, you do a return to sender binding spell on this energy. Okay? I feel like, I put in the title that this message is going to be a bit cryptic. There's a King of Wands here who This one, these two. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups. I feel here like there's an ally who you're about to meet or who's about to come see you. Okay? I feel like the channeling is just a bit slower this sunrise. So I'm just going to take my time and see how this message unfolds, okay? It may, I think that there has been a binding spell that someone has done to you, and I think that they've done it on your thoughts and your mind so that it's difficult for you to think outside of the box. You could be someone, you are naturally creative, you are naturally innovative, you naturally have genius energy, you naturally have a genius about you. And this has been easily recognized by other people in a crowd or in the crowd, so to speak. So there's been an individual here who has tried a binding spell on your mental space because you have so many new ideas. I am hearing a man. I'm hearing that it's a masculine who is jealous of how many ideas you have or how you can think your way through things, how you problem solve. And it's like you problem solve and then you suddenly find the solution or someone pops up and helps you. And there comes a conclusion to whatever disarray was already taking place. What you're going to do here before you leave, before you go, because I think there's a lot of transition energy here and there's a physical movement energy here. Before you go, put a return to sender on this bitch. Listen, it's going to be one of those readings, okay? Put a return to sender and a binding spell on this bitch. And you need to return it and bind them to everything that they had sent to you as you cut the cord and release yourself for freedom to move forward, your sovereignty to move forward. Because this person, I'm seeing them with a figure candle and they're wrapping, they have a white figure candle because they know that you're made of pure energy. They know that if they tried to use, I think that in the past they tried to use a black figure candle, but it didn't work because that doesn't represent your energy. So they transitioned or they switched to using a white figure candle, and they literally take a black string and they wrap the black string around the figure candle. This is like the type of binding that they've been doing, and I feel here they do it at your ankles and they do it at your crown, but I think that that's where the string is heaviest. I think there have been other times where they've had this figure candle and they've just put the entire cord all around you. I'm also seeing this person push pins into the heart space. Whoever this man is, he has tried creating a voodoo doll, but it's a wax figure candle because he doesn't want any evidence. He wants it to burn. You're going to get this, bitch. And listen, I support it. I'm going to be real with you. I support it. I'm hearing mono e mono, like going head to head, or mono e mono or something like that. This person could, I feel like this is ridiculous, but this person could have mono or they could have an autoimmune disease. Show me a bit more about this. So in this situation, you're leaving it. But as you've been leaving, maybe you've been feeling some like tugs or pulls or delays. And I feel here like that it's like got it. It's unexpected delays. The last time you spoke with this person, you could have actually mentioned to them that you're leaving or you're moving or you're going somewhere else or you're going to leave a job, leave a situation. And that's when the binding spells began, because they don't want you to leave them. We're gonna get this bitch. Show me. Ace of Coins. Let me move back a bit. Justice. Yeah. Three of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Okay? I feel here this is the magic that they're doing. You have I'm gonna jump around a bit here. You have like a grandmother spirit, or you have a matriarchal spirit guide who has been watching over this masculine and what he's been doing. I'm hearing her go like tisk tisk tisk, like tisk tisk tisk, because she's watching everything that he's doing, and it's like the universe is disappointed in the way that he is exercising his free will. He could even literally be exercising his free will, meaning that he is exercising it out of his body and allowing something else to come into it. Okay? That's for some of you. They're showing me here that this matriarchal spirit and just your guides, they are making sure that you're removed from this situation. But really, I feel that this is an ankle biter. This is someone who is trying to wrap their hands around your ankles so that you don't leave. Why is this person so obsessed with you? Why is this person so obsessed with you? This devil energy. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands fell out on top of the Chariot. There's some type of extremism here, I'm hearing. Something extreme happens to them when you go. And they know this. So what they've been doing are these binding spells to try to keep you in the vicinity of their control. Take that how it resonates. Because when you leave, it's all of these wands come back onto them. Show me. Why are they obsessed with you? Ace of Wands. Why are they so obsessed with you? Ace of Wands, Eight of Coins. It's, it behooves me how when some personalities get a hold of magical practices, what they actually waste their energy trying to do. Hey, thank you, Pharaoh. Like the video, y'all. I got a hype man in the chat. Thank you, Pharaoh. But this is exactly what I'm telling you here. It behooves me what these people do when they get a hold of magical practices, and how much of everything that they do ends up coming from the ego. And instead of trying to course correct their own behaviors, utilizing their free will, instead they do interferences, all of these interferences, only to find that they themselves have wasted their own essence in the meantime. They're telling me the one thing that you will not get back here is time. And so these people, it's like I sometimes I say this, and I've said this before, but the haters' anthem is devotion. These people are wasting their time coming for you, and essentially are really showing you how devoted they are to you. So that's why I feel like when you do this return to sender and binding spell, I feel like you need to do something about like devotion, or all of the time and energy you have spelt. You hear that? They do spelling here. They do spell casting. I feel here like all of the time and energy that they have spent doing this spell work returns back to them to bind their own hands and minds into their own demise. Like I feel like you need to do some type of Ace of Wands, Eight of Coins, some type of like shut up and sit down. Okay? They're also showing me here when I was asking why they're obsessed with you, it's because of your creative spark and insight when you are doing work. You are someone, oh, Mayo is hand to hand. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tiger. I'm also seeing here like this person is obsessed with you because of, oh, this person's name could be Michael. Just putting that out there because I just heard it. Ace of Wands to the Eight of Coins. This person is obsessed with your creative spark. This is someone who feels like they should be further along in the field or in their career, but you have somehow superseded them. They feel like it's a race and they somehow feel like you came up from behind and sprinted past them, and now they're unable to keep up with your pace. Watch my previous reading with the finish line. So this person essentially, and these are all things for you to keep in mind, they're obsessed with your creative capacity here, and not just the creative spark. When you take an Ace of Wands and you put it into Eight of Coins energy, you are able to put the money where your mouth is. You have the spark, then you know how to create, and then you actually create it. Whoever this devil energy is that is obsessed with you, this is someone who gets caught up in the idea or in the inspiration, but they never actually put it into materiality. And that's why they're trying to do a binding spell on you. It's like you're so far ahead in the race. This bitch is trying to throw pearls on the ground. Okay? Because you're so far ahead of them. And that's how they feel. And that's how the cookie crumbles. So in the title of this video, I'm going to put all of this back and then I'm going to grab another deck, okay? This person feels like they've been trying to get support for years, and yet here you are, you show up and you get everything that you want. Well, thank you for the confirmation that I get everything I want. Okay? This is the other thing I'm going to tell you about this energy, okay? I don't know if you have heard of this before, but this is a way that you can communicate with reality and have it respond back to you. I want you, or I recommend, or you know what, use your free will, do what you want, okay? What I would recommend for this situation is to develop a code word. And over the next week, talk to everybody that wants to talk to you. Okay? So let's say that the code word is banana. Talk to everybody who reaches out to you, who messages you. If you feel a spark in your mind and you're like, hey, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. Let me talk to them. Talk to them. And throughout this week, see who says that code word. Maybe you're going to be just sitting there on the phone talking with somebody, and then they're like, oh, yeah, I'm just having a banana for lunch. There's your person. There's the energy. And I want to remind you that at the energy of whatever this devil energy is, sorry, that was redundant, but this devil energy, remember that it's not always that you need to point fingers at the physical being. It's the energy that is possessing the being. Okay? This way you're going to know who to bind or what to return to where or to who. Okay? This person, Mayo Imano, that is Spanish, right? This person could be Hispanic. Okay? Yeah, justice. We have Eight of Wands, again, Ace of Wands, Eight of Coins, and Justice. So when you transition and you kind of like leave something like this behind, and that all of that energy goes back to that person, you're also going to have your energy come back to you very invigorated, and you're going to create a product. Okay, so take this part of the message how it resonates for you. You could create a product or a project. You're going to end up, I heard, assembling something. And that's also how you're going to know that the scales have been balanced out and this demonic energy has been removed. You're going to assemble some type of team or you're going to assemble a creative project and put it into materiality. And that's when you're going to be able to see also whoever that hater truly is, because that's what they've been trying to bind, you putting some type of product or project out there. I heard because it's your money maker. This person also feels like your face is your money maker. I feel like for the masculines, they feel like it's like your face, but I'm also getting something here about like a muscular upper body. Okay? I'm also getting for the masculines that you could have very nice teeth. Okay? All right, y'all. Any final messages here for my divine collective on this day? Thank you, Source. Two of Wands is message given and received. So Dragon Tarot has shared all that they want to share. Thank you, Dragon Tarot. You know, sometimes I finish these readings and I just want to like kiss my deck. Like, mwah, thank you. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else from the Cosmic Family Tarot, and then I'm going to close out the messages today. Thank you, Divine Source. Ashe. Any other spiritual advice? Yeah, Death card here. Any other spiritual advice for the Divine Collective today? I'm going to take Death card out. Any other advice for dealing with these spiritual energies? Thank you, Cosmic Family. I heard something about like bones or throwing bones, or this is a bit above my pay grade, so to speak. Okay, I do not work with bones, but I'm getting something here about like this is intense. I'm getting something here about getting a bone, writing someone's name on a piece of paper, putting a string on the bone, like wrapping the piece of paper around the bone and then tying the piece of paper to the bone with a string. Okay, that's for somebody. Then what you're gonna do is bury that bone somewhere where nobody can find it. What the hell? Show me this. Five of Wands reversed. What is that energy about a bone? What is that? They're saying that it's protective work for your feminine energy. So, you know, take that message with discernment. You know, I know some people don't feel comfortable with practices like those, but I'm feeling like there's just a bit of ancestral energy that's coming through. There's specifically an ancestor coming through who actually has a bone piercing through their nose. Okay. And this ancestor is saying like they're ready to protect you, but you do need to give them permission to do so. Okay. If you end up doing that ritual, they would see that as permission. I'm even seeing it could be like a chicken bone. It doesn't have to be something intense like that. Okay. But once more, I feel here like this signifies you don't have to do that. But your guides here are also here to help protect you, because this signifies an end to the situation where someone wants to act like they're on your level and they're not. Seven of Wands, they're not. Okay? This is someone who wants to act like they're on your level because they're creating conflict around you. Okay? It's coming to an end. Whatever universe or timeline that person exists in where they want to keep fighting with you, it's dying. Okay, it's done. Three of Wands, optimism. Page of Wands, yeah. You have so much more ahead of you than what is behind you. And I'm telling you, whoever this person is, they're definitely just behind and below you. And whatever, I said it. Okay? If people are going to be doing binding spells like this or trying to put bindings on your creativity, it's not working. Page of Wands. Because you are able to constantly receive insights about the steps forward that you are taking in the creative process. You know how when this is somebody who sucks at project management. Why is that funny? I do not know. But it's just so specific. What I'm receiving here is whoever is doing this, I also want you to know that they suck at project management. That's how you know who they are. So that whoever they are, there's someone who they have an idea, they don't know how to put it into fruition. They don't know how to create a team to get people together to put it together. Like, okay, that's another hint about who they are. If there's someone on your mind and you're like, why do they suck at this? It's because they do. Okay? So there's optimism in the future for you here. There's returned inspiration. Your feminine energy, which is your creative and abundance force, is being protected here. Anything else? The sun, beautiful. Beautiful. The sun and 6 of discs. Okay? Do you want to show me a bit about 6 of discs? Or is this good? 10 of wands reversed. You are 7 of swords and 9 of cups, okay? I'm going to end the message here with this final notion. I feel here like your feminine energy is intact, and it could be more intact than you realize that it is. And I say that in a very positive sense. Because with you being someone who is so creative and innovative, that is feminine energy, the creative, abundant force. And it is very powerful within you. That's why you're able to think of a way to get the project moving or to create something that is unique, that hasn't been thought of before, that has its own little own little flavor to it, okay? Its own little spice to it. I see here that this person has been trying to bind you so that you don't receive support or admiration or help. And guess what? That's exactly what you are receiving. 6 of discs. You see, when these haters, they're so devoted to you, they don't realize that they're actually adding energy for you to receive whatever it is that they're trying to take away from you. And if they end up taking something away, it's because you are receiving something that is the elevated version of it. Like, okay, whatever, ho, you want to take my iPhone 8? Sure. It's like that. You're receiving a whole new type of iPhone. You don't even need an iPhone anymore. You're telepathic. Okay? It's like that. So I see here that you're going to release this burden, 10 of wands, of whatever this binding spell was that made you feel like you had to do everything on your own. Okay? And I feel here like that doesn't necessarily mean that suddenly you're going to have a huge team of people. I'm talking about people who support, people who give to you, people who are donating, people who are sponsoring, people who are spreading the word. 6 of discs is the energy of allies, especially with the sun. Okay, so this is what they want you to expect and maintain optimism for. Feminine energy is protected. What you are birthing and creating is protected. And these people who are your allies are growing in numbers. Ashe. All right, everyone. So remember, make that cryptic word this week so you can find out who this person is specifically. If you need any further confirmations, it'll come to you. Final messages, the world, they're done. Thank you, Creator. All right. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading, and I'm also going to close the portals that I have been peering and looking within and through. Thank you, Divine Creator, for the inheritances of my spiritual, physical, and psychic gifts and my material wealths. I am so grateful to receive the most joyous and the best that life has to offer. I also expand to receive it too, in joy and in love. Glory be to the highest Creator of all things. I close out the energy of this reading. I call my energy energy back to me, brilliant, purified, and cleansed, and detached from any and all remnants trying to attach along the way. I am detached from them as so. I am stronger than ever. I am wealthy. I am the wealthiest I have ever been, and that wealth continues to grow and expand in all areas of my life, in love, in prosperity, in monies, in intellect, in my creativity, in the way that I show up in the world. I am wealth itself. I am the ever-present wealth that the sun has to offer. I bring life to all things by which I choose, and as such, life responds to me with so much wealth, so much love, so much happiness, and so much joy, because that is the very essence of my I am. Glory be to the highest creator of all things, Ashe, and I will see you all in the next one, and y'all be good. Bye. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. Bye. You be good. See you soon.